adjustments. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. Having slight technical difficulties this morning, but we're here. And great day to you. This is Ro-Lunda Jackson, the Empowerment Advocate, coming to you with the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment with the topic for today of passion. Give me just a moment to see where I'm at. I had to do something different here. Okay, it's not too bad to make an adjustment here. Let's see. I'm not for sure which way to turn. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. Shoot. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Let's go. Let's go. This way. Okay. No, I don't have to go that way. Okay. Let's try that and see what we have. There we go. That's not bad. There we go. That's it. Uh-oh. What happened to my page? Did it? Oh, let's see. Good morning. Good morning, Sarah. Thank you for peeking in with us this morning. We're having some slight technical difficulties. Happy 4th to you. Let me refresh here. Reload. Oh, okay, there we go. We was right there. Okay, we're here. I have to make sure we're centered. Here, this is my special guest for the morning. There we go. All right, come on, slide on over here. Move this out the way. All right, awesome. Okay, I'm excited. Excited. I have my honey bunches of oats with me this morning. All right. Okay, so let me share this to a couple of places. Timeline here. I'm just gonna post it. Add some, and we're gonna share again to a friend's timeline. Guess who that is? Right there. All right, so we're gonna be talking about passion this episode. This is episode 16. Yes, this is episode 16, and the topic is passion. All right, so feel free to, thanks for the heart, appreciate that. Feel free to chime in, comment, give us some likes, some love, share if you will. And we're not going to be before you long. I know we're a little late getting started again, technical difficulties. Nevertheless, we are here. And so everybody, this is my honey bunches of oats. This is Prince. And yes, I have the real Prince. I have the real Prince. His name is Prince. For real, okay? So he is my special guest for today. Thank you for joining me, dear.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Always have you. Yeah, we're going to have fun too, because this is just us too. Come on a little closer. You know, I like you next to me, brother. So we're going to be talking about passion. I had initiated some, if you will, pillow talk. You know, you do that when you're old, when you got over 20 years of marriage. Yes, we're 22 going on 23 here shortly. So we were talking about passion, and I had made the statement to him saying, honey, I don't know if I really know what my passion is. What my passion is. And he said, that's what an inquisitive mind does. Just makes something that makes you go, But at the same time, thank y'all for peeking in. Thank you everybody for peeking in. And Federal Way was at Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, happy 4th to you. Hey Tess, how you doing? Thanks for peeking in. And so we are. Hey Tess, how you doing? Thanks for peeking in. Okay, hold on. And there we go. So passion. Yes, passion. What is your passion? And then second part to that is, how can your passion empower you? Of course, this is the empowerment, Wise Wednesday empowerment moment. And so it's all about empowerment and encouragement. And so passion. So honey, I'm sorry, Prince, honey. I don't have to be politically correct and just be myself, be ourselves. So when we talk about passion, what is your take on that? What can you share with our peakers, if you will? I like to call you peakers, people that have joined us, those that have joined us and peeked in with us this morning. What can you share with us about passion? Why is it important to have a passion in life?
To have a passion in life, first of all, it means you're alive and not in depressed state. Simply because when I was a kid, I traveled with marbles, and that was my passion.
Pocket full of marbles, huh?
Pocket full of marbles. You draw your line in the dirt, put your finger in there, and pop the one out, and all that stuff. But as a adult, you have to find your passion, and you develop it along the way. When I would play marbles, the only thing that would stop me was if it was raining. I couldn't go outside to play. But the cold, fall, whatever, I was going to play marbles. Now, transition that into adulthood. You don't care who's watching. You're really excited about it. Nobody has to push you. Nobody has to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And you may make a mistake, but you know how to correct it. And you don't let that one mistake stop you.
Yeah.
And along the way, you can help others how to be better, or how to do it right, or the proper way. And when you're passionate about it, time is not a factor.
Right.
You could spend all day doing it.
So what about individuals that seem to just float along with life, and whatever life gives them, they just go with it. It's like they just have no drive, no sense of purpose in life. They just go with it. They just like, they don't tap into their gift. Everybody is born with a gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So everyone is born with a gift. Everybody is born with a purpose. But some individuals, some people don't tap into what that is, or don't even attempt to try to find out what that is. And they just like, you know what? It just is what it is. There's no way I can get a leg up. Nobody wants to help me, and this, that, and the other. So what about those individuals? How can they start the process of figuring out what they are passionate about, what their purpose is? Because your passion ties into your purpose in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if they don't, and it's going to start with the passion. It takes a lot of people a long time to figure out what their particular purpose is, but it's something along the way, things that they do along the way in life. It can be through a job, it can be through family, it can be through service, it can be at the church, it can be, in the community, something that they will do that like comes natural to them. And it's like, is that a way for them to begin to understand what their passion could possibly be, moving forward toward what their purpose is in life?
Well, you have to give yourself credit, and we are our own worst critic.
Yeah.
Others can see how passionate you are in a particular field that you do, and that you may not notice. You have to develop along the way. But how do you develop it? Well, first, believe in yourself and thank God that you have today.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
Praise God.
And you always have to be optimistic. You must be optimistic.
So see the glass half full instead of seeing the glass half empty.
Yes.
Optimistic.
Yes.
Okay.
And because your glass is different from my glass, just be thankful and grateful that you at least have a glass to put something in.
Right.
So just be thankful for what God has given you, and ask God to show you, to help you along the way, because his counsel, his advice is one that you can trust.
Absolutely.
It may not seem like it at first, but the tower for an airplane cannot see everything around it, but the tower can, because it has a map of everything that's in the air. So you just have to trust it. But give God a chance, and and he can show you what your passion is, because it may not seem like it at first, but
so when thinking about, it seems as if some individuals, they just fall into what their passion is, what their purpose is, and what they want to do in life. It seems like it just automatically just come to them. But then you have those individuals where it's like they struggle to find out what it is they supposed to be doing with their life. Because I'm pretty sure that life is more than just wake up, go to a job, come home, eat dinner, watch a little TV, go to sleep, go to church on Sunday, go to holiday gatherings. Life has got to be more than that. It's got to be more than just waking up, going to a job to pay bills, and then living on meager fare, living on less, than what you really need. So to those individuals where it seems like it's like they're struggling, or they have to fight through these layers of life, or layers of inconducive mindset to what they may truly be feeling in their heart, would you say that can be attributed to the mindsets that those individuals had to take on in their childhood, of which they didn't have a lot of say-so about? So growing up from a baby till the time you left home, you were inundated with what other people thought, what other people said, what they felt you should do, how they felt you should do it, where they felt you should go, so on and so forth. So when you have that to tunnel through, then what is a word of encouragement that you can give, that we can give to those individuals that have it in their heart, but that alter ego, if you will. We talked about that the other night. That alter ego says you ain't gonna do that. You know you can't do that because you've been told to stay with the status quo. Don't rock the boat. Don't make no waves. Stay safe inside this box now. Just go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and retire, and they'll take care of you for the rest of your life. You're believing that, you're hearing this, but when you really get out there, when that young person really gets out into the world and they begin to see for themselves that ain't how things are going, that's not how it's working. So to break that, they be like, I have to do something different. A lot of people have that thought that they say that to themselves, something different got to happen because this right here ain't working. This is not looking good. So something different have to happen. I have to do something different, but they have no clue where to begin with that. So what can that person do?
What you can do is the seniors in your family or seniors that you have a relationship with, you could talk to them. Your pastor, your grandparents is a real good source because they have lived life and they lived it differently. And how were they able to make it and get through the hardships that they went through? So seek advice, and your pastor is a good place, and your parents as well as your grandparents are a real good source for help, because you're going to find out that when you was growing up, the habits that you developed then will carry over into when you become an adult, and you're really going to have to man up or woman up to change those strong urges or compulses that you have. You don't even think about it. You, without second guessing or subconsciously, you do them.
Right.
And you're going to have to be very aware. And that's why I say give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. Even if it's, I made up the bed this morning and I never did it before. That is the beginning. Small steps are a great beginning to something big happening.
Yes, awesome. So let me kind of rock the boat a little bit here. You said, talk to the elders or talk to your parents. What if those are the individuals that don't see it the way you see it, or don't see what you're feeling, and it's difficult to express to them, but they want to impress upon you their way of thinking? What if those closest to you, in the same house as you, those that raised you, those that you go to, that you look to for that source of wisdom? What if those are the individuals whose mindset they have put upon you that is not conducive to what it is that's truly in your heart? Then and you're still in as a child, because I've been there, and it's like, well, who do I go to? Who do I talk to when you really don't have a connection of your own just yet? And you just have to sit there and you have to absorb it until you get to a place or get to a point in life where it's like, okay, I'm not up under that anymore, but it's still on you. Okay. And you have to.
Okay. Well, first of all, you still have to love them.
Of course. Absolutely.
That's the first thing. And be understanding, because everybody will say tomato and everybody will not say tomato. but still love them in spite of of how you pronounce or how your different vision or outlook is. I had more than people that I could talk to that was outside of my family, and I would sit and talk to them and ask them questions. Well, how did you make it, and stuff like that? What did you do? What was, because the difference is how you're living now and where you want to go compared to how did others do it before you. And that's the difference. How did others do it before you, of the things that you want to accomplish? How did they do it outside of your family, outside of your blood family? And I had developed a relationship with one of the deacons at our church. He's passed on now, and he would really help me a whole lot. And you'll start to see how their mindset and what they did to accomplish what they have, because you'll be in awe. Well, how did you do that? Another deacon at our church, he started a $1 million business from the trash can. And let me explain.
Tap into that mindset.
He grew up in segregated Alabama, and moved here to San Antonio after the military, and started a new life. And he had a regular job, and he took on a part-time job, and that part-time job he was the janitor. And he started looking in the trash, because you got to empty the trash. And he started seeing that they were throwing away the contracts and the bids and all that stuff. And he just started reading it. And he said, I could do this. And he didn't have nobody to depend on. And he started that business like that. Blew my mind. I mean, he started a business. No business degree, no management degree. He just had a general...
No formal education.
Yeah, just a general education, and picked cotton when he was a little boy. And before he died, he had $1 million a year business that he controlled. And he told me, this is how I started my business. So, and we had no blood relationship other than, we're Christians and stuff, but we were same members of a church. But he was one of the people that I looked up to, because I was always still in amazement. Started a business from the trash.
Right.
So, because your family may not see what you see or what you want to accomplish, the love should still be there. But there are other people, positive people.
Right.
And I hardly, to this day, I cannot remember how many of the negative responses that I heard him say to this day. Right.
So that having that outlet is a good thing to have for you. Sarah says here, she left a comment, says, my largest advice to someone looking to find their passion is get involved in the community. Go to city hall meetings, meet locals running nonprofits in your area. Meet locals running nonprofits in your area.
Yeah.
I started years ago by working in the school PTAs when my children were young, but have been beyond blessed to serve my community.
That's really good.
Yes, that is a place to start. Just start something. Just do something different. If you want a different result, you have to do something different. So thank you for all of you who have peeked in with us this morning. We greatly appreciate that. And thank you, Sarah, for your comment and your
Federal
engagement.
way.
Yeah. So
Can you bring some snow down here this winter?
No. So it's so having a passion. So I would have to say that and just in conversation with engaging in conversation with my husband, that particular night, it was the wee hours of the morning, but that night about passion, I said I'm passionate about sharing what we do right now, which is financial education. I'm passionate about that because there are so many people hurting financially, but they're masking it. They're doing their best to keep up with the Joneses, who's living on credit too, who's hurting as well, and living a lifestyle, doing their best to impress people that could really care less about them. And so financial education, I had posted something this morning on my page where it says a college education is subject specific. Self-education is life specific. Financial education is wealth specific. So whatever subject it is that you want to know about, learn about, you can go and learn it. And so with the financial education, we're teaching people how to build legacies for their families for generations to come. For generations to come, not stop here. We should not be at a place to where if a loved one passes away, we have to have a dinner sale in order just to cover the cost of the service. That's not a good place to be in. And so if we're not taught, if we don't teach our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren all the way down the line how to have a mindset for business ownership and for investing, not just saving. Anybody can put money in a savings account, but the savings account is not going to do much for you besides make the bank money. And they're going to use it, but it's not going to be much benefit to the one who's doing the saving. So we train the mindset of our children, of the people around us, even adults around us. As long as you have breath in your body, there is hope for you to learn something new, to learn to do something different so your life can be different. Everybody is not happy where their life is right now. And when the rubber meet the road, the bottom line of it is, it's all about finances. Because at the end of the day, the light bill still got to get paid. No matter what anybody say, at the end of the day, the light bill needs to be paid. So, financial education. Learn how to get a raise on your job without asking your boss, without getting a second job, and without getting another college degree. Going in debt to do that, number one. Then you learn how to repair your own credit with the result of raising your credit score. Why pay a company hundreds and thousands of dollars to do something you can do for yourself for less than $100? Maybe a couple $100. You can do it yourself and do it within 90 days, not 6 months or 12 months. Within 90 days, all you need to do is get educated. Yeah. And then learn how to become a business owner. Start a business. We don't have to go get a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken or a Taco Bell or a Subway or whatever other kind of franchise there is out there, because most people don't have that kind of capital. So you take $50 or less, start a home-based business, and then you can tap into, and I found that book I was looking for a couple of, then you can tap into this right here. 475 plus
deductions,
business deductions for home-based business owners. I hope y'all can see this. I'm pretty sure y'all can. There you go. 475 plus tax deductions for businesses and self-employed individuals. Okay? And so that's what you do. That's how you begin to empower yourself. That's how you begin to find a passion. Because when you know what you want to do, you know what you want to do in life. Let's say you know what your passion is, or it's a hobby that turns into a passion and you got to drive for it. But you need some capital to get it off the ground. So where are you going to get it from? Where are you going to get it from? Because if there isn't a legacy already in place for your family, then who can you really go to? And then you have to go to a bank to get a loan or this, that, and the other. So why not start it with you and change your family tree from this point forward for generations to come? We can do what the Rockefellers have done. We can do what the Carnegies have done. We can do what whoever the Rothschilds have done.
Rothschild.
We can do that. All their family got to do now is just be born. For real, come on, people. All they have to do is just be born. And everything, and they're being taught the mindset they need to have to be a business owner. They're being taught, they're being trained, their mindset is being trained to be a business owner, to be an investor. So what's the difference with the rest of us? What's the difference with the rest of us? Instead of trying to find somebody and be like, I need to go find Uncle Boo Boo and see if he left me any money. Start your own legacy. Start your own line of generational wealth.
Yeah.
And then when you have that financial foundation, then you can shoot for the moon with whatever passion or drive or purpose that you have in life. Because when it all comes down to it, you're going to need that. You're going to need that funding. Because if money is not an issue, what would you not do? What would you not do? I mean to go off on a tangent, but I guess that's a passion right there. That's a passion right there. And the information that we have learned over the last almost 5 years now with the business that we are in, if we knew this like we know it 10 years ago, minimum, 10 years, if 10 years ago, where in the world would we be today? So when you see there is a need, you can go ahead and handle that. Go handle your business. So when you see where you can go and donate and be a philanthropist, if you will, and just be a blessing to somebody. God has blessed us with this information. And so it's our responsibility, it's our Christian responsibility to share this with everybody that we possibly can. Hey, Cortez, thank you for peeking in. It's our responsibility to share this information with everybody that we possibly can. Because people will say, oh, no, I don't need that. I'm good. I'm straight. Come on now. I sound like Sissy when I said that. Come on now. For real? So you mean to tell me that you have done everything that you absolutely would love to do in this life, and you don't need any extra capital to get it done? If you got children, we have 5 and we have 4 grandkids. So it's like every child costs, every grandchild costs. You have grandparents that are raising grandchildren. Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Grandchildren, yeah.
Grandparents.
And so it's like it's a cycle that is not going to end. But how that cycle operates can definitely change. It can definitely change. This is not to beat you over the head, but it's just to impress upon you that it is important. It's very important. So when you have a passion to do something, and that don't mean your passion is going to stay the same all the time. It's going to change. So once you meet that purpose, the portion of that purpose, then the passion is going to change within that purpose. I believe that to be so.
It has to.
Yeah.
Because it's
so
growing.
Yeah, you constantly getting better and doing more, and getting better and doing more, and getting better and doing more, and then at some point in time you're gonna want to be like chill for a minute. But do you want to chill and you have to chill at home, or you have to chill and do a staycation because you can't do a vacation or a destination vacation? Let's be real, people. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. I'm like, oh my goodness, come on now. What would you do? I wish I was able to show that right there. All the I have to say, my dream vehicle, and that's just mine. My dream vehicle is simply a Cadillac Escalade. But I want it the way I want it. I want the color I want. I want all the bells and whistles I want. I want the amenities and all that. That's just what I want. So that's my dream vehicle. I have a dream home. That thing is like 8,000 square feet. And that's without the sitting area and the patios and the verandas and all of that stuff. So I'm like, that's not going to fit on a half-acre land. And I'm going to have at least 5 acres. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it, it's going into the universe, if you will. That's what it is. And so that means I have to help, we have to help a whole hell of a lot of people get what they want so we can get what we want. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as we stay humble and we give credit where credit is due, and that's to God our Father. Because he's given us the strength, the ability. He has put these people in our path to educate us. He put this company in our path to help us get there, to be the vehicle to help us get there. Thank you, Mr. Stokes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Curry. Thank you, Mr. Gates. Everybody that paved the way. And all of our mentors and our coaches, we thank you. Thank you, Brian Bean. Thank you, Andre Simpson. Thank you, Cortez Springer. Thank you, Dr. Bobo and Winter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the other leaders out there. Mr. Townsend, Mr. Gibbs, Mr. Thomas, Terrence Hill. All of these people. Jesus, Mr. Make You Better. Man, the people that we have in our circle now, there's no way we cannot be successful. Brian Bean said this one time at a game changer event. He said, if you cannot change the people around you, then you need to change the people around you.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I had to think on that thing for a moment until it really registered, and I was like, whoa. So what does that mean? You may have to separate yourself. I'm not saying kick nobody to the curb. Don't burn a bridge, because you never know when you have to come back to it. Don't burn a bridge. Sometimes that may be necessary, but if it's not necessary, don't burn the bridge, because you never know when you have to go back to that bridge for one or two things. Either you got to go back across that bridge, because you got to go back to where you were in order to get further than where you want to be, or you going back to get somebody and bring them with you. So don't burn the bridge. Don't burn the bridge out. So,
is that it?
I think I went off right there.
Yeah.
So, financial education, right now, that's our passion. Right now, that's our passion. So, along with some other stuff, because sometimes you have to navigate more than one lane in life at a time. So that's one of the lanes that we are in. So, handle your business empowerment enterprises one step closer. We getting one step closer to handling our business. Hello? The way we want it done.
Especially come next month.
Yes. So when you put a plan and a strategy in place, and you see that thing start to work, it's so amazing. It's so liberating, and it puts a little bit more fire up under your butt. Be like, yeah, we got to do this. Yeah, let's press harder. So if you get sick of me talking about get your money right, get your credit score up, create another stream of income, if you get sick of it, oh well, so be it. It is what it is, because that's what it's going to be about. I'm going to be here. So if I'm told, oh no, I'm good, I don't need a pay raise on my job without asking my boss, That just simply doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But that's some people's mindset. So going back to the beginning, talking about passion and how the mindset plays a big part of that mindset. You got to get it straight up here first before anything else around you gets straight, before your money gets straight, before your family gets straight, before your marriage gets straight, before your relationship with your children gets straight, before your job gets straight. It has to start up here first. It has to start with you. Here. It has to start with you. So, this episode is brought to you by Project Infinity 5000. And what that is, it's we're building a network of 5,000 plus business partners across the U.S. over the next 5 years, with the mission of helping 250,000 plus families build that generational wealth for their families for generations to come. So if you want to be a part of that and create a stream of income, which puts you in a position to be a business owner, where you can make a nice sum of money helping these people get their money straight, then connect with us. Hit me on my page, inbox me, Ro-Lunda Jackson or Empowerment Advocate, Prince Jackson, or One Step Closer Team pages. Find me on YouTube, Empowerment Advocate. Subscribe to our channel. Like our channel. Subscribe to our channel. And we'll be there for you. We will be there for you. We'll show you exactly what you need to do. While you're learning, you will be earning. So it's not learn first and then hopefully you can earn later. No, you will earn while you learn. All right? So, anything else, dear heart?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. So, you guys have a happy and safe holiday. Today is the 4th of July. Have a safe and happy holiday. Be responsible with the fireworks. Enjoy them. And make sure you clean up your mess afterwards. Make sure you clean your mess up afterwards. So, this is Ro-Lunda Jackson and her honey bunches of oats, Prince Jackson. Mwah. I am the Empowerment Advocate, encouraging you to capture your vision, step into your purpose, walk in your greatness, and embrace your destiny. Until next time, you have a blessed day because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now. Cool. All right, so I have to turn the camera around. Thank you so much for tuning in for our show on today. If you found value in today's empowerment moment, please like our page and share this video. Join us again next Wednesday, same place, same time. Bye-bye for now.